section of Japanese naval intelligence from July 1942 to the end of the war. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell us something about your methods of obtaining intelligence from the United States.
We didn't have a highly organized system for obtaining naval intelligence. Apparently, America thought we had a very elaborate spy system, which was far from the case. Almost all of our information came from our naval officers in various countries and our foreign ministry. So far as America was concerned, these officers got their information from American magazines, newspapers, and radio broadcasts. After war started, our only remaining naval bases that furnished us with information were those in Spain and Argentina, and to some little extent Stockholm. Data in your magazines giving information on your new construction was the best information our attaches obtained. Many years before the war, we read many fantastic stories in your magazines about Japanese spies in your country. These stories caused us much amusement.
Admiral, what information did you obtain from the photographs taken in our country?
We didn't take much information from photographs taken by our tourists. Most useful photographs came from your magazines and newspapers.
PSL 45-532, C-19, take 3. Admiral Surgeon, what position did you hold in the Aleutian campaign?
I was the commanding officer of the flagship Nachi of the 5th Fleet, which took part in the Battle of the Commandersky Island.
I see. Could you tell me briefly something of the role of the Aleutian Islands in Japanese naval planning?
Well, in order to secure the vast area we had occupied in the Western Pacific, Admiral Yamamoto wanted to hold such outlying positions as Naval and Atsu and Kiska in the Aleutians. After the Battle of the Commandersky Island on the 27th March 1943, it became desirable to evacuate Atsu and Kiska. In the meantime, Atsu fell in June 1943. As for Kiska, after 2 unsuccessful attempts, we succeeded in evacuation on the 3rd. We approached Kiska directly from the south and went into the harbor daylight and embarked the entire garrison of 6,500 men in less than 2 hours. Our outdraw from Aleutian Island meant that we were narrowing our line of defense.
Thank you very much, Admiral.
Rear Admiral Tsuji, Imperial Japanese Navy, Commanding Officer Cruiser Nachi, Aleutians, Roll 10, PSL 45-532, Scene 20, Take 3.
Admiral Soji, what position did you hold during the Aleutians campaign?
I was the commanding officer of the flagship Nachi of the 5th Fleet, which took part in the Battle of the Commandersky Island.
I see. Could you tell me briefly something of the role of the Aleutian Islands in Japanese naval planning?
Well, in order to secure the vast area we had occupied in the western quarter, wanted to hold such outlying positions as Naval and Atsu and Kiska in Aleutians. After the Battle of the Commandersky Island on 27th March 1943, it became desirable to evacuate Atsu and Kiska. In the meantime, Atsu fell in June 1943. As for Kiska, after 2 unsuccessful attempts, we succeeded in the evacuation on the 3rd. We approached Kisk directly from the south and went into the harbor. Assisted by fog and low visibility, our cruisers entered in daylight and embarked entire garrison of 6,500 men in less than 2 hours. Our withdrawal from Aleutian Island meant that we were narrowing our line of defense.
Thank you very much, Admiral.
PSL 45-532, scene 20, take 4.
Admiral Soji, what position did you hold during the Aleutians campaign?
I was the commanding officer of the flagship Nachi of the 5th Fleet, which took part in the Battle of the Commander's-Key Island.
I see. Could you tell me briefly something of the role of the Aleutian Islands, the Japanese naval commander?
In order to secure the vast area we had occupied in the Western Pacific, Admiral Yamamoto wanted to hold such outlying positions as Naval and Kiska and Natsu in Aleutian. After the Battle of the Commander's-Key Island on 27th March 1943, it became desirable to evacuate Atsu and Kiska. In the meantime, Atsu fell in June 1943. As for Kiska, after 2 unsuccessful attempts, we succeeded in the evacuation on the 3rd. We approached Kiska directly from the south and went into the harbor. Assisted by fog and low visibility, our cruisers entered the daylight and embarked the entire garrison of 6,500 men in less than 2 hours. Our withdrawal from Aleutian Island meant that we were narrowing our line of defense.
Thank you very much, Admiral. Very good.